The unity of government which constitutes you one people is now dear to you. It is justly so, for it is a main pillar in the edifice of your real independence, the support of your tranquility at home, your peace abroad, of your safety, of your posterity, of that very liberty which you so highly prize. But as it is easy to foresee that, from diverse causes and from different quarters, much pains will be taken, and artifices employed to weaken in your minds the conviction of this truth, as this is the point in your political fortress against which the batteries of internal and external enemies will be most constantly and actively, though often covertly and insidiously directed. It is of infinite moment that you should properly estimate the immense value of your national union to your collective and individual happiness, that you should cherish a cordial, habitual, and immovable attachment to it, accustoming yourselves to think and speak of it as of the palladium of your political safety and prosperity, watching for its preservation with jealous anxiety, discountenancing whatever may suggest even a suspicion that it can in any event be abandoned, and indignantly frowning upon the first dawning of every attempt to alienate any portion of our country from the rest, or to enfeeble the sacred ties which now link together the various parts. Washington knew that enemies, both foreign and domestic, would seek to pull this nation apart, that only a people devoted to unity within the Union would support the peace and safety they so greatly prized, that those enemies would work to devalue and divide the Union, that the division and alienation has become the basis of so much of our society would be the destruction of more than the Union, but of our domestic tranquility itself. We are witnessing the prescience of Washington's warning. Perhaps we can learn how best to rescue ourselves from the situation by reading more of his words. For this you have every inducement of sympathy and interest. Citizens, by birth or choice, of a common country, that country has a right to concentrate your affections. The name of American, which belongs to you in your national capacity, must always exalt the just pride of patriotism more than any appellation derived from local discriminations. With slight shades of difference, you have the same religion, manners, habits, and political principles. You have in a common cause fought and triumphed together. The independence and liberty you possess are the work of joint councils and joint efforts of common danger, sufferings, and successes. Being an American used to be a source of pride. Whether a citizen by birth or by choice, patriotism should supersede our petty differences. Our willingness to tolerate our minor differences led to our independence and liberty in a way no other nation has ever achieved. Our willingness to come together to face our common dangers and sufferings and to protect the rights of our neighbors and fellow citizens now seems to have weakened to the point of failure. Because of this, the American motto, E pluribus unum, out of many one, is collapsing into E unum pluribus, out of one, many. More and more, we are no longer Americans, but African Americans, Latino Americans, Asian Americans, LGBTQ Americans, along with a host of hyphenated titles. We forget that what all of these labels have in common is that we are all Americans. While we set ourselves against our hyphenated brethren, while we tear the Union apart with our focus on division, we lose one of the things that once made America the shining city on a hill Ronald Reagan once talked about: affection for our neighbors.